because you need reps. I promise you're listening to this, you need reps. You need to have those conversations. You need to know what to say next. You need some practice.
In the world of marketing, to quote good old Dan Kennedy, we know nothing, we test everything.
Let's not plan on results, let's plan on action and work your way up.
Do not let ChatGPT write your whole email, because guess what? We can tell.
Top performers want to know they're doing a good job. Welcome back to the Reside Platform podcast. I'm McLean and I'm here with Suneet Agarwal, and today we're going to do a deep dive into recruiting frameworks.
Yes.
Yes, right, Suneet, because we all want to grow our companies, and the best way to grow our companies is through people.
Yeah. And, it's wild. Number one, Nick, good to see you. But number two, it's wild because, we've both been coaching and consulting in Reside, on one-on-one coaching and other stuff that we're involved in for so long. And it seems like recruiting is like always the hard thing that people either don't have the right mindset around or actually know where to start. So without digging deep into the mindset part today, this is tactical. So if you're a real estate, or if you're any kind of sales team leader, brokerage, or, mortgage company, you're in the right place, because we're going to break down the frameworks that my team and my brokerage and my mortgage company still use every single day to make sure that we have a ton of recruiting appointments. Because let's face it, that's the first thing, is getting the appointments. Right? Conversion we can talk about at another time. The presentation we can talk about at another time. But let's talk about how to get the appointments. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely correct. And, people need to know that whatever we tell you today, just duplicate it.
Yeah.
Just imitate. Don't change it. Don't think there's some checkpoint you need to hit before you can start. I have to reach a certain level of production before I can put an ad out. I have to win some award. I have to be an icon agent. I have to join this other brokerage. I got to join this other team.
Move my office. I got to figure out my comp. I got to get more leads. I need another seat. No, forget all of that.
Forget every excuse on the planet. Forget that there's only 200 agents in your marketplace. Forget that half of all the agents in North America sold 0 homes last year. Forget that most agents won't sell homes if you join. Forget that bigger agents will never join your team.
Yes.
Forget all those excuses, because we heard them all.
Yes.
Right? You heard it in Sacramento. I heard it in Wenatchee. I hear it all the time. I mean, at Reside, we have a client that she works from home. She doesn't have a brick and mortar office.
Yes.
She started an independent brokerage, and now she has double-digit agents on her team.
Yep.
Double-digit in less than 6 months. So don't give me that brick and mortar thing. Now,
Absolutely.
Is it beneficial? Should you think about it strategically? Yes, you should think about an office strategically in the future. But first things first, let's get some leads, because you need reps. I promise you're listening to this, you need reps. You need to have those conversations. You need to know what to say next. You need some practice, right? So go for it.
Yes.
Where do we start?
And that's why I always say, I don't care if this potential candidate that you read their resume, or you had a call and that call and resume weren't good. I don't care. You need reps, right? I want you interviewing everybody that you can. I'm going to hire everybody that I can too, but we'll leave that to another time. Real quick, I'm going off a document that I've written, an ebook called My 27-Point Recruiting Framework. We will put a link to that document in the show notes so you can go and download it and get the notes in this in real time. So make sure you check out the show notes and get that going. All right. So without talking about mindset, we're going to go straight into tactics. Number one, which will be no surprise to anyone that knows me, is online job ads. Nick, what kind of success have we been hearing from simple online job ads inside of Reside for recruiting?
Well, normally, what the online job ads, normally what I hear is, oh my gosh, I finally did it. I finally listened to Suneet and I finally posted his ad and I got 5 interviews next week, or I got an interview today, or I just hired an agent.
Yes.
I mean, right. And they give you all the credits, and they're like, I finally did it. So yeah, it works.
Yes. So let's talk about online job ads. I love Indeed. I don't love WiseHire at this point. Maybe your experience is different. I love Indeed. Indeed is really active. I think it's probably the biggest job board out there, right? Indeed also broadcasts to so many other job sites that you don't know about. Glassdoor, right? All these, I'm pretty sure the Glassdoor is owned by Indeed now. So it's hitting these other sites as well. It's an aggregator, okay? So my number one tip for Indeed, throw up a friggin' ad, right?
Yes.
My number 2 tip, do it for free. My next tip is do research on the other ads that are out there. When you talk about marketing at all, or new products, or any kind of business, market research is super important. Right? In the world of marketing, to quote good old Dan Kennedy, we know nothing, we test everything. Okay, shout out to Dan Kennedy, whose conference is right now that we're missing. But anyways, so look at what else is out there. What you'll see when you search your city name and real estate agent or realtor is every one of the job ads will have the same headline: real estate agent, realtors needed. So what do you do to craft an effective headline? Feature and benefits, right? What do you provide? Is it leads? Is it training? Is it some kind of aggressive split? Instead of putting realtor in the headline, put that in the headline, right? Stand out. Just doing that one little step is all the difference in the world, bro. Great headline.
Mentorship.
Yes.
Guide. Support. Career path. Come on. Put something out there. Now, the headline, super important in any marketing, right? Because if you don't get them to click your headline, they're not going to read your ad. They're not going to apply. I want to say something about Indeed real quick. Listen to any podcast. As soon as I get in my car, my 6-year-old daughter's like, Dad, can I listen to a story? I'm like, no, actually, Dad wants to listen to his podcast.
Right.
Well, that doesn't last very long. Dad, can I listen to a story? Dad, can I listen to a story? Because she knows that if she interrupts me enough times, I won't be listening to her podcast because I can't hear it. So I will cave Suneet, and I will go to the Circle Round podcast. I will go to the Stories podcast for 6-year-olds. And you know what ad plays at the very beginning?
Indeed.
Welcome back to the Stories podcast. Here's a few messages from our advertisers. Did you know that at Indeed, you can get access to employees and jobs? So I'm telling you, people, Indeed is promoting in areas, demographics, podcasts that you're not.
Yes.
When you put your ad out there in Indeed, you are fishing in so many ponds. How many of you would love to have, like me, who's listening to a story podcast with their kid, join your company?
Yeah, dude.
So Indeed is absolutely crushing it. Think of Indeed as like Google.
Yeah, it is the Google of job search. It's doing better than Google Jobs.
It is.
Right? Yeah.
If you're not on it, you're not on Google.
Yeah. So Indeed, job boards, we used to do Craigslist. I don't do it that much anymore. Back in the day, it was great. So today, and as a matter of fact, I have some examples of great headlines in this document that'll be attached to the show notes. So if you want to see the headlines that I use, go check out that document right away. And then the next thing I want you to do today is put the damn ad up. Okay?
And then go back to wherever our YouTube channel is on this podcast episode and put, oh my gosh, I finally did it. I put Suneet's ad up there, and tell us about your results.
Yes, exactly. Because they'll be good. All right, next. And this is something that you are really good at, something I've learned also from something we learned from John, and I learned a lot about this from you, is the power of emails, right? Do you have the list of all the agents in your market? Are you getting them from somewhere? Okay. There's plenty of sources to get them. We don't need to dive deep into them today, but I want you to start sending emails. I want you to start sending emails with only one intent, and that's to provide value, right? If you are new to starting emails, this has been the most effective way to start. Invite. The first email should be an invite to something of value. Maybe it's you doing a webinar about lead conversion. I don't know who would have done that ever 100 times in their life. Maybe you do a local webinar. It's me. Maybe you do a local webinar about lead conversion. I don't care if anyone shows up. I want to come with value, invite you to something of value, right? That'll give you the opportunity to send a bunch of more follow-up emails around that lead conversion event. Maybe it gives you a chance to send 3 invites. Maybe it gives you a chance to send 3 follow-ups. Were you there? Here's the recording. What are your takeaways? Right? You are coming in with straight value. Okay? So, strong educational copy. Use hot button topics. Well, Suneet, where do I get hot button topics from? Well, how about the NAR settlement? How about you go to Facebook groups like Lab Code Agent, shout out to Tristan, and see what most people are talking about. See what has the most comments. Guess what? That's what you should talk about, because you already know that it's engaging. You don't have to guess what's engaging. You are finding what's engaging. It's like, it's there's 140,000 agents and they're talking about everything. What are they talking about most? Make some copy about that. Write something about that. Okay? Back in the day, we used to tell people to film videos to send them the emails, and I told people that for a long time. I don't care if you film a video now. I just want you to write something and send it. Okay? Without getting into the nuances of what platform to send. If you're a Follow Boss user, great, use Follow Boss. If you have MailChimp, great, use MailChimp. If you want to get really advanced and want to know what I use, I actually have it. We actually have a CRM that we built out to send emails for recruiting. And if you want more information on that, just leave us a note in the comments. It's super affordable. It's what I use. It works great. All right. Lots of our Reside teams are starting to use that too. Okay.
When it comes to the emails, this is a weekly email to agents in your marketplace. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you just have a list of 10 and then it builds to 20, like you add 10 a week.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're going to have 520 people that are reading your content weekly.
Yes.
And I can tell you can do a lot with 500 agents reading your content. I'll give you an example. I'm in a marketplace where I've sold up to 20% market share, which is 1 out of every 5 homes. Okay. I'm not bragging. I'm just making a point.
It should be, because that's awesome.
There's 500 agents in town. Okay. There's 500 agents, right? So you can do a lot with 500 agents' emails. Oftentimes I get people and they get a little overwhelmed. They're like, well, I got a list of 9,000 agents. What should I use? Right. And that's what Suneet's saying. Don't worry about MailChimp, this, that, the other, spending all this money. Let's start working on sending the email out.
Yes.
Let's start working on your craft. Let's get into Lab Code Agents and find the threads, find the hot button topics, and be able to send that out. And I'm telling you, it's going to build and build and build and build and build. John Sheplack is well known in the industry. He started with a list of 0.
Yep.
Then it was 1. Then it was 10. Then it was 100. And now he has a list of 20,000 or more, right? Followers.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the email. And like I said, there's some nuances around deliverability and all this, but I just want you to start. And as a matter of fact, my next meeting after this is with one of my deliverability guys. Maybe we'll do a podcast episode with me and Nuno.
And your deliverability will be better the smaller you start.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a fact.
That's a fact. So
it's a fact. Yeah.
That's not plan on results. That's plan on action and work your way up. And I'm telling you, you're going to win.
So in the same breath as sending emails, I'm going to tell you further down this list to make calls. However, going down the cold agent list, because it is a cold list, and calling people really is a challenge for many people. Maybe it's due to time. Maybe it's due to call reluctance. Hey, I get it. Okay, I totally get it. But what if you called the people that were actively engaging with your emails, right? Any of these systems, Follow Up Boss, our proprietary systems, are really good at it. MailChimp, all these systems will help you do something called lead scoring. Every email on my list, I know how many times they've opened an email. I know everything that they have clicked. I know I have a lead score, right? And if I'm calling people, I'm calling the people that open everything and know me, because it's a really warm call, right? If you were calling people that knew you, that you knew were reading all your content, would your hesitation be less in making that call? I sure think so. I don't think so. I know so.
Yeah, and it's really even just did you get my email on lead generation? Did you get my email on the settlement? What did you think about my thoughts on this? What do you think about your thoughts? It's almost like when you're writing an email, just think about it's like a water cooler talk. It's like, before the meeting, after the meeting, what are people talking about? So there's the web forums, but there's just in your office.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe go to an office meeting. What's the hot topic that people are talking about? They're talking about inventory. They're talking about interest rates. They're talking about these things.
Talking about lead conversion. Yeah.
You don't have to be right. You just need an opinion. Right. And then
something else on the emails. Do not let ChatGPT write your whole email, because guess what? We can tell. Yeah. And it looks really silly. And I get a lot of these emails every week. While I'm glad that so many of you are sending them and have them on the list, take unlockable, unbreakable, take strategies out, take all these words out that scream ChatGPT, okay? John would laugh at this because John thinks I use ChatGPT every time, and I don't. I'm just really good now. I've become a better copywriter because of ChatGPT, because I know it sucks now. All right.
Did you see what Sam Altman just said about ChatGPT-4?
No. What did he say?
So Sam Altman is like one of the founders, CEOs of OpenAI. And he basically said, we're going to look back on ChatGPT-4 and basically be appalled. We're going to look back on it as like the dumbest thing you ever used in your life.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like ChatGPT 5, 6 is going to be next level for sure.
GPT-4 is getting dumber by the day.
Yeah, totally. So there's changes happening there. I love this idea though about emailing the people and reaching out to your agent database. I love it.
Next, something that this one principle taught to me by John Sheplack has 100% changed every aspect of my career and life. And my passion it's unleashed a new passion. And that's the multi-channel marketing machine. Man, and I was talking to John about this because, Nick, I'm a marketing geek, like overboard. And I wasn't until the multi-channel marketing framework, until I got that like 6 years ago, and it really excited me. Marketing is the precursor to sales. Marketing could be more important than sales, right? Sometimes. So what is the multi-channel marketing machine? It is creating content, I advise that you do video, kind of like this, and you take the video, you post it on YouTube, you cut it up into shorts, you post it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. You take little clips from the video and you put it on Twitter as far as written copy. You know, you take some quotes out, put it on Twitter, put it also on Facebook, and then you rip the audio and you put it out in a podcast. Right? The goal is to be omnipresent, which you're achieving by hitting all the platforms. Right? One good VA for a whopping $4 an hour, $5 an hour. If you don't have a good VA, let me know. We can help you out there too. Can do all this. They have done it for me. Right? And consistency. Nick, do I post on social media every day?
Yes.
Yes. Probably 12 times a day.
So you need to take a video, and the video could be exactly what you wrote about in your email.
100%.
It's the same content. It's so many people think they need a new idea for everything they do. Multi-channel marketing is the same idea, the same piece of content posted in multi-channels.
Yes.
In small form, long form, right? So shoot one long form video, and then now you have 27 short videos broken up. There are VAs right now that have done it for other people, and that person stopped doing what worked, and that VA lost their job.
Yep.
They didn't lose their job because they're not good at editing videos. They lost their job because their team leader stopped doing videos.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of talent out there in the VA world. So reach out to Suneet. Let us know in the comments. We'll help you find one.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, you know, like I'll write some copy and I'll post the copy to all the social media channels or in written form. I'll use it as an email. Then I'll take that copy and record it into a video, post it on YouTube, cut it up into short form, take the bullet points from the copy and put it into Twitter and maybe back on Facebook. Guys, no one knows. Right? Quit trying to innovate and be on this hamster wheel of new ideas for content. Like, once again, I'm going to look at John. John hasn't said really new topics in a long time. He has his pillars, the stuff that he knows that works, that he's passionate about, that he talks about nonstop. What are your content pillars? Right? Mine are recruiting, lead gen, scale. Okay, what are yours? Because I guarantee that you have some. Next. And this is also in the same breath as the multi-channel marketing machine. Because your intention with the multi-channel marketing machine, guys, is to out-coach that agent's current team leader or broker. You are the information resource. You provide all the value. When someone thinks about something happening locally in real estate, an agent, they think about your expertise. You do that by being valuable. And it's not, how do I make people think that I'm being valuable? It's more about, how do I actually be valuable? Preeminence. Right, Nick? I just love preeminence. I have it written down everywhere. Yeah.
So outcoach the other agent's broker, owner, team leader, right? Okay. Now, you know, if you think about what you read or the videos you watch, they're not necessarily the very best practitioners, right? So Tucker Carlson is big in the conservative talk world. You know, it doesn't matter what name I say, Joe Rogan, some of the popular names. They're not necessarily the experts, but they're the ones delivering the information.
Absolutely.
You can outcoach people by delivering experts' opinions and advice. So you could literally watch this video, take some notes, and curate the best examples and send that out to people. Now you're out coaching people. You're out coaching. You ever go to a mastermind or an event and basically the presentation is other quotes and other advice regurgitated to you?
Dude.
Right?
Yeah. 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's what coaching is. Greg Popovich, Phil Jackson, they just were able to pull wisdom, pull principles, pull advice, and then give it to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
100%.
Right? That's what coaching is. It's not, I got to be original, innovative, creative, come up with something new. That's way too hard. You'll never outcoach somebody limited by what you can come up with. You got to read Aristotle and Socrates and anything, Buddha, Jesus, anything, and just take. Dave Ramsey gives financial advice. He coaches other people on finances better than anyone else. Are there better financial advisors than Dave Ramsey? Yes. But he's better at storytelling. He's better at giving you the information. He just reads out of the Bible. Sometimes. Seriously. Right? And this isn't about religion. I'm just saying he's taking text that is thousands of years old and out coaching people.
Yeah. And he's consistently on his show every damn day doing it.
Yeah. Warren Buffett.
Multiple shows.
Warren Buffett. He out coaches people on financial advice. Timeless wisdom. That's all he does. Timeless wisdom.
Yeah. Love it. Next, this is something I love, is I send 2 postcards to every newly licensed agent.
Oh, I love that.
And you know what? That list in the state of California is free from the DRE.
Wow.
And I have a VA, JoJo does it. We go to zendirect.com. It's a cheap place for postcards. We have a couple of templates loaded up in there, and then we put in a CSV file and hit go. And we're done. Postcards to the agents. Postcards to newly licensed agents.
2 of them.
2 of them.
Just, not to get in the weeds, but how often you go a week, 2 weeks, month?
I go 3 weeks.
3 weeks in between.
But, as I say this, why don't I send 10?
$10.
Why am I only sending 2?
Right. So
and you know what? Yeah, and when you get it, or when you send it, you're sending it to their house, not their brokerage, because that's the list that the DRE, Department of Real Estate in California, gives. If California is giving away something for free, I'm pretty sure that your state might be too. All right, this one I really, really love too. Now we're getting into some of my favorites. Is co-broker, the agents on the other side of the deal. Sure, you may not have their addresses, their home addresses, and I'm not really in love with sending postcards or cards to another brokerage office. Like that, just send some shit like that to my office. You go right in the trash, you go on my shit list, right? But so this is what we do instead. I use Monday.com. I use it for our deal tracker, and I'm not saying you need to use Monday. This is what I use. When a deal goes into escrow, when a contract goes into escrow, I have it all automated. The first email goes out. Hey, Nick, this is Anna with Big Block Realty North. It comes from Anna, of course. This is Anna from Big Block Realty North. We're just heard that you got into contract with Bob here at Big Block. If you need anything, I'm here for you, etc. That goes out automated. When all contingencies have been cleared, another email. Looks like we're getting close to the finish line. I want to recognize you and all the hard work you've done, etc., etc. Right? And then at the close of escrow. We love doing business with you. We think you're a professional agent. If you ever want to see the opportunity we have at Big Block, here's a link.
Mm. And then the link goes to the join page, or
you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good.
All right. Yes. And automate it. I don't have to do anything. Next, which is by far one of the best tools for retention too. Agent accolade posts on social media. So publicly recognizing and celebrating your team's achievements, it doesn't only boost their morale, but it shows others the success and the supportive culture of your team. Go through your Facebook list of all the agents locally. Is anybody else getting agent accolade posts unless they coach with one of us or John? Nope. In fact, many of these brokerage owners and team leaders don't even have social media. Now, it's funny. I remember making my 6th call with John years ago. Well, hey, man, I see Justin Haver. Shout out to Justin. What, is Justin now the #1 team in EXP in the world? Yeah, of course he is. Justin's all, he's all, hey, I see, we got to get Justin on the show.
Good idea.
I see you always posting about Justin doing agent accolade posts. How many should I do? And John laughed at me. It was an old school John, so he laughed at me, and he's all, how many can you do? Got it. Do an agent accolade post every damn day. Don't make it a templated picture. Number one, Facebook doesn't like that. Go into their Facebook, find a picture of them doing something fun, find a picture of them with their family, and give them recognition on that. Nick, do you have any thoughts on agent accolade posts?
No, they're very, very effective because, top performers want to know they're doing a good job, right? And they want to know what does the leader want from me? What do they expect? What do I get rewarded for? Where do I get the attaboy and the attagirl? And so the accolade is one, you're promoting your agents. Their friends and family see it. When I started doing the accolade posts, I had an agent and she didn't really say anything about them, right? I would do them, every month or every week about her, every couple of weeks about her. And then I kind of just stopped, and maybe I was accolading someone else. She walks into my office. Nick, what are you doing? You haven't said anything about me in like a couple months on social media. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't even know you were noticing, right? No excuses, right? I still appreciate you. I still, everything. I've been talking about you at the team meetings. She goes, I love how much you talk about me at the team meetings. I love how much you support me. She goes, but every time you post on social media, my friends and my family come up to me and say something. And I need some business. And every time you do it, you draw a business up. So can you please help me get some business? A lot of people, you want your agents to get more sphere deals, referral deals, and you wonder why they're not promoting themselves. Most people they don't have the personality to promote themselves.
No, it's hard.
It's hard, right? Suneet and I know this. We're on we've been on billboards and videos. It's like, not everyone wants to be in the spotlight.
It's a learned thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even for me, where people think that, maybe I like it, but it's a learned thing. Let me tell you this though, Nick, because I was at Costco last weekend and I was getting a Costco credit card because I keep forgetting they don't take Amex and it just makes me mad. So the guy's all, do I know you from somewhere? And I'm all, I don't know. He's all, real estate, right? He's all, oh my God, I see your face everywhere. I was all, that's on purpose. Good. Anyway, it felt good. And this is Sacramento. It's not Wenatchee, right? I was all, yeah. And also, my billboards have been down for 6 months, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good litmus test. If people don't recognize you, if the checker doesn't recognize you at Costco, you're not marketing enough. Because it happens to me too. Or they're like, what? Hey, wait a second. I know you. Like, yep, you do. So yeah, Costco, the litmus test, whether or not you're marketing enough. Your face needs to be everywhere.
Next. So this is something that I literally want every team leader listening to do today, because this, number one, is simple. Number two, it crushes. Number three, it is absolutely free. In fact, you can do this while you're using the restroom. You can do this while you're eating. So,
Can I do it while I ride my bike?
Yes. You can. I would probably fall, but you can. I've done it while I ride my Peloton in the past. So there you go.
The trainer.
Yeah. So the Instagram tag ninja strategy. So go into Instagram, go into search for hashtags. Look for hashtags that realtors use in your market. For example, in Sacramento, it's Sacramento Realtor and Sac Realtor. Follow those hashtags. Many agents will add those hashtags to every time they're proud of a post on social media about real estate. What do we already know? Is that their team leader, broker, owner doesn't even probably have an Instagram. And if they do, they definitely don't want to log in, right? So if you follow those hashtags, you're going to see all those posts. Do a supportive comment on every one of those posts. If those people don't know you, they're going to instantly go to your profile. Hopefully your profile isn't weak. Hopefully you have some accolades for yourself on there for what you do. And they're going to follow you if you have a bunch of content and some accolades. You don't follow this person back. However, now they're in an organic funnel. Dude, I've recruited so many top producing agents this way.
Oh my God.
Fire listing, knowing it's not their listing, it's just an open house they're doing for someone in their office, right? Like, oh my God, what a great sale. Bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Suneet. How long have I known you? This is so good.
It's what I'm saying. You can do it in the restroom.
It's so fun. It's so fun because I see these posts, Instagram posts, I see Facebook posts.
LinkedIn too is great for this.
And these agents they're trying. I mean, these agents are really, really trying. And I look and it's like, no comments, no love. And
yeah,
Suneet, you're dropping in there, commenting, giving a little bit of
support,
free space.
Yes.
Free attention.
Dude, spend 5 minutes a day on that hashtag. Like, you'll be surprised what happens, dude. I love this method. I love it.
Because how much would you have to spend to get in front of that agent in an advertising, right?
I mean, like your minimum budget has to be a couple $100 a month.
Yeah, but you can just go find them and then be right in front of them.
Yeah.
And maybe push notified, and now they're going to like you or subscribe to you, and now they're in your funnel when you're posting great content.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. Dude, I was standing like outside of my barn at the old house, and I just started doing this and it worked. I did it again the next day. I think I was feeding my dogs back then, and it just worked again. And it's free.
So good.
Okay.
I think we got time for one more, Suneet, and then we're going to
Yes, we have time for one more. And I'm going to give a shout out to a crushing Reside team, the Hardys. Ross and Sarah, they're absolutely murdering. They're doing so well. And this Ross is number one, Ross is a stud, right? Totally. Number two, Ross is a really big stud at this. Do you go to open houses in your market? Probably not.
Yeah. I didn't hear a lot of yeses in the comment threads. Yeah.
Yes. So you guys go to open houses. Number one, check in on your own agent's open houses. Right? That's support. While you're out there, stop by the other open houses. Hey, Nick, I was just stopping by an open house that one of my agents is doing down the street. I saw this and I figured I'd come and check it out. How's everything going? Oh, great. Awesome. Man, this is a nice listing. Is it yours? Oh, no, I'm doing it for my office. Cool, man. That's how I started my business too. Check it out. Would it be helpful if we took a selfie for me to post to my social media, letting everyone know about this open house? And I can tag you in it, and then you can put it on there. I got a bunch of followers. Oh, man, that would be super cool. Boom.
And if they promoted it on Instagram, you find it on Instagram and you comment on it.
Yes. So you guys, like, if you noticed, how many times did I say to spend any money on anything that we talked about yet?
Zero, really, except for postcards.
Except for postcards.
Yeah, except for postcards.
Right. I send emails, automated emails. I use a magical tool called Google, right? Indeed, start with free. But I'm telling you is without getting too hung up in the weeds about needing to buy this and buy that, because we hear it every friggin' day. Oh, I got this to do this and I got this to do this. Stop. Send some emails. Post on Indeed. Post on social media. Be consistent. And guess what? Look at me. It works.
Here, you have to have, we didn't want to get into mindset, but it seems like every time Suneet gave a tactic, I gave a mindset.
Yeah, you did. That's okay.
Here's the mindset is I want to help you sell more homes. So if I'm going to that open house, I'm going in with that mindset. I want to help them sell more homes.
Yeah.
That's the value I'm providing. I'm not there to siphon off traffic or steal their buyers or none of that. Right? I'm here to help you sell. So I might even be leaving and say, Suneet, awesome listing, awesome open house, great job, right? I really hope you sell this because I want to see you sell more.
Yep.
And if you ever need anything, you have any questions about real estate, or you just want to talk about business, I want to make sure you have my cell phone. I want to be a resource for you.
Yep.
I want to be your resource outside your brokerage. You can run ideas by me. Not recruiting, because I want to see you sell more homes. Talk to you later, Suneet.
Yep.
Right?
To your success. I'm doing this because I want to see you win.
And that's what building a team is, right? Like you want people to grow, come on board with you, and you want to help them sell more homes.
I literally said that in my accountability meeting an hour ago.
Oh, really?
Almost to the minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So next episode that we do on this, we will do a deeper dive into the rest of the list. We're about halfway through. And Nick, any final words on this?
Well, thank you so much it's been a while on the Reside Platform podcast. If you like this video, like it, share it, get into the show notes, get your hands on the 27-point recruiting framework now. Why wait for the next episode? Get your hands on that, right? Suneet will post that. If you want to know how Suneet sends out his emails, leave a comment, find Suneet. He'll hook you up. He'll hook you up.
We have that system that will do a lot of it and might even have some emails in there.
Might happen. All right, Suneet, anything else?
I just want everyone to just really get started, right? Like, don't let anything hold you back. The opportunity is abundant. And if you're in Sacramento, good luck keeping up with me.
Go to Costco. Go to Costco. See if anyone recognizes you.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, let us know, share with a friend. We don't run any ads to this podcast, so it's a massive favor when you share it with people that will get value. Okay? We'll see you guys on the next episode of the Reside Platform podcast.